So over the last year and a half, I've been working a boring 9-to-5 job while building an Amazon agency on the side with my business partner / beautiful wife. In this video, I'm gonna go through each of the 19 clients that we've been able to sign over the last year and a half. I'm gonna talk about exactly how we found them and how we were able to get them to sign a contract with us, with our agency, and pay us money. So let's do it. All right, so here is the beautiful list. I even color coded it especially for you. Each one of these brand names represents a e-commerce company. So what we did is we offered to list their brand on Amazon for them in exchange for a flat payment. And then we switched them over to a monthly payment retainer of us managing their Amazon store. This video is gonna focus specifically on customer acquisition because I have learned so much about how to find and acquire and convert e-commerce businesses specifically. And originally, the way we started off with our agency is I started watching all of the SMMA videos. You know, there's so many SMMA gurus on YouTube. I was just consuming all the content in the world. So I said, you know what? If they can do it, so can I. I'm going to start an SMMA and I just have to start with one client. I just have to get one deal. I found on social media an old friend that I hadn't talked to in like 5 years. He was running this brand. And I cold called him. I literally just called him up and said, hey, who's doing your social media? And he was like, yeah, you're not the first one to pitch me. And it was kind of awkward and it wasn't a super good conversation. Then he kind of asked about what we were doing. And I said, yeah, we've been learning Amazon, but we're trying to do an SMMA. And I just want to get my first client. And he was like, wait, you do Amazon? I would love to learn about Amazon. We've thought about Amazon, but it's just so hard. And so immediately I said, okay, he didn't want social media management, but he was interested in Amazon. So we ended up signing this first brand on like a $300 contract, like it was nothing. And it was actually going to be a profit share model where we would list their brand on Amazon and sell their products and split the profit each month 50-50. So that was an awesome first client. We learned so much with that first client. And it was just so awesome. I was able to use an old friend connection and they were super cool. And we learned a ton. So that was the first client. Next, I went to an in-person expo. This is where things really took off and where we really were confident in our offer and in our business. There was a little expo in Utah, in Sandy, Utah, called Pinners Conference, where a bunch of small and even medium-sized businesses will go and set up a booth. And then just thousands of moms will go and shop for products. So I went there with my mom because she was going there, and I just started chatting with business owners about why or how they were selling on Amazon. And it shocked me that very few brands were actively selling their products on Amazon, but every single brand wanted to sell on Amazon, but there was something holding them back, whether it was too difficult or they tried and it didn't work, or they were scared of making mistakes. Something was so scary about Amazon. So I got their contact information and later reached out to them and said, hey, I know how to launch stuff on Amazon. I will launch your brand on Amazon if you pay me a few $1,000. And right there, we were able to sign 3 brands just from that single day of pitching. I think I talked to 6 brand owners. So a 50% close rate from in-person expo pitches. That's definitely been our most successful in terms of conversion rate. Obviously, it's a lot of work. You got to drive out there. It's a little scary talking to people in person, but it worked super, super well. This was our first cold Instagram DM client. Literally, we just found a brand that popped up to us. I wasn't building lead lists or anything. It was actually Bailey who just saw a cute brand that was on Amazon, that was not on Amazon yet. She sent them an Instagram message that just said, hey, have you thought about selling on Amazon? And they said, yeah, we tried, but it didn't really work. And so Bailey said, hey, can we send you a little video? And we use Loom, this tool that I'm using right now. And we sent them a video showing them what we would do to launch their brand on Amazon. They loved it. They got on a call with us, ended up closing. They are still an active client today. They pay us money every single month and they're exploding on Amazon. So that was Instagram cold DM, literally just slid in their DMs, got a client. This was our first cold email client. I started experimenting with cold email. I would actually buy lead lists, e-commerce lead lists off of Fiverr. If you just go on Fiverr and type in like lead list, and they will literally build you a lead list. I don't know how they make them. I've tried building them myself. It's a lot of work. I'd rather just pay 50 to $100 to get 1,000 e-commerce brands, their websites, some contact information. I just started shooting out emails and I got a response and someone was like, yeah, this is great. Let's get on a call. And we closed them, listed their brand on Amazon. They're still selling on Amazon, doing pretty well. These two was another expo in person in Idaho. So we actually drove out about 5 hours, talked to like 5 or 6 brand owners. So we were able to get 2 more deals in the pipeline through another expo. We really need to do more of these, honestly. We just haven't put in too much time and figure out which different ones to go to. But yeah, that was great. Both those clients still paying us every single month. The next, we started getting referrals. So this is actually really cool because like the way client acquisition works, at least in my experience, is it's very much a snowball effect where you just have to get that first client and the clients just come in easier and easier every single one. You can see here, the first one was like a friend cold call. Like it was a super weak, just a cold call. I had to use even like a friend connection to have a little bit of trust. Whereas all of these clients after this, most of these clients after this had no idea who we were, but because we had case studies, because we had referrals, we were able to garnish that trust and people actually signed contracts with us, which was pretty crazy. So this was a referral from a previous client. It was actually this number 7 right here. And then number 10 was like a friend that just knew what we were doing, that we had some experience on Amazon, just called us up and said, hey, my dad has this brand and wants to sell on Amazon. Can you help him out? And we said, for sure. So that was a referral from a friend. This is when I started getting my first LinkedIn leads. This is my first inbound lead. I just posted a few things on LinkedIn about what we were working on, how we were building an agency. Nothing like super salesy. Like it was very much just kind of talking about our experience and the success that we were seeing and how exciting it was. And I got a DM from 2 brands that needed help with their Amazon store. So we signed both of them. They're also still paying us to this day every single month. Just from a single LinkedIn post. So I should be posting, honestly, more now that I think about it. Here was another referral from a friend. Referrals are just so awesome because when you get connected through a referral, they trust you so much more because they already know someone that they trusts you. And so the trust is just so much easier to build and maintain. So very easy. We just met with them, a brand here local in Utah, and signed them up, and we're working with them right now. This one was a cold email with a Loom video. So I actually sent a cold email with a video just like this one where I showed them how much money they're missing out on and what we would do to launch their business on Amazon. And I kid you not, 1 year later, I get a reply saying, hey, I know it's been a while. Can you still help me with Amazon? This is one of our most successful clients we've ever had. They're killing it on Amazon. And it was all because of an old email that I'd sent a year previously. So really, like, that's why I love cold outreach. I come from a door-to-door background. I used to knock doors and sell solar in California. And all that mattered is that you were putting in the reps every single day. And if you put in the reps every single day, just gradually, it's crazy, results just start to happen. Even if you go a few days with like nothing to show for it. And that's the thing, is you never know later what's going to work, but what's important is that you're just putting in the work that you need to and putting in the inputs, and the outputs just gradually start to come out of it. So this was really cool to see, just get a response. And these 2 clients right here came from the same Fiverr lead list. I think I spent $60 on this Fiverr lead list, and we have made over $10,000 from both of these clients. So pretty good return on investment, and definitely why I rely on Fiverr lead lists, because they have worked for me. This was another cold call. Actually, it was an old friend that reached out to me, and then I just got on a call with him. He had a little brand. He saw that I was posting on LinkedIn and he just asked, hey, like, what are you doing? Can you tell me more about it? And then we've been able to help him out with his Amazon store. So again, connections from friends are nice. I get a little hesitant to work with friends just because you just have a little bit more invested in their relationship. It's not like a purely business relationship, even though your clients will turn into friends. It's just like a little more sensitive. So I make sure with all of our clients to outline and create a very, very detailed contract that explains exactly what we're going to do for them and exactly how much they're going to pay it for us. Because a lot of times when you're working with friends, it's easy to just be like, yeah, I'll take care of this and I'll take care of this and we'll just shake on it or whatever. But I just have found it's so much easier when the expectations are set super clear in a written and signed contract. So I made sure to do that with all of our clients, but especially friends, people that we know. And then cold Instagram DM coming in clutch. This is a brand out of South Africa. They're out of South Africa. They want to expand in the US. And I literally just DM'd them on Instagram, said, hey, why aren't you selling on Amazon? We can help you with Amazon. They signed up. They've been an awesome client. Same with this one, cold Instagram DM. It's a new brand. They haven't launched yet, but actually these two right here, we just signed this week. We're going to help them build their Amazon store and help them launch. So, and this was a LinkedIn inbound. Again, just from posting on LinkedIn, people just get connected in your network and you're able to have people come to you, which is super fun. But I one thing that I really try not to do is to like sit and wait for leads to come in, because it always feels like the minute I start trying to reach out to brands, that's when they actually start coming to me. But if I'm not actively trying to go out and chase and outbound and try to get clients myself, they don't come to me by themselves. So even though it seems like, oh, I could probably just sit and wait and people will come to me and we'll get clients just, coming through the front door, it doesn't happen until I start putting in some efforts. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like psychology or like the universe like rewarding you for your efforts, but it just how it has worked for me. But overall, this is how we have found and signed all 19 of our clients for our agency. It has been a total work in progress. None of this has been perfect. Every single client, we learned something new. We changed things about the contract. We changed things about payment terms. We changed how we communicate with the client. We just learned how to improve our systems. But what's most important is that you are just actively working towards getting clients every single day. Because honestly, if you don't have revenue, you don't have a business. So I'm obsessed with customer acquisition. If you want me to make more videos about how I've acquired these customers, I can make a video about, cold Instagram DM. I use certain tools to do that. I can make a video about the lead list that I purchase off Fiverr, how I do that. If you have any interest in anything that I've talked about, comment below and I can make additional videos just like this one where I go in detail about how we acquired customers. But that's pretty much it.